All right, what's happening, everybody? We are back. This is Rockaway Beach. My sponsor hit me up and gave me some things, and I'm going to show you guys some of the things that he hooked me up with. So shouts out to Pacific Coast Fishing, Bobby. Hit that like button, subscribe, because Bobby, you're the man. Got a few things that he got me. So one right here, right off the bat, you see the sand spike. This is a big 15-inch sand spike, so your pole goes all the way in and still has a lot of room. Even when a wave comes, you still got a lot of room there. So loving this sand spike. Here we have a sand rake. This is what I get my sand crabs with. Free live bait as long as you need a sand crab, or as long as you got a sand rake. So again, shouts out to Pacific Coast Fishing. Sand rake right here. We do a lot of crabbing, so one of the things that my guy gave me is a lobster net right here. There's actually two of them. This foam is just around it so I can easily, transport it. But one is a regular weight. The other one is actually a weighted lobster net. So it's a little bit heavier, and it's actually perfect for dropping out in deep water. So 2 lobster nets. Another thing this guy got me that's very essential to fishing is a fishing bag. And you can get these fishing bags specifically from Pacific Coast Fishing, of course, .us. If you guys get a chance, get a nice fishing bag, hold all your poles, a lot of good room, got pouches everywhere. Great fishing bag right here. Next on the line, we have a fish disc scaler. This right here makes it to where you can actually scale your fish, make it a lot easier. This right here also is a nice little dispatch tool. So you stab in the top of the head and you get that thing and make the icky jimmy. If y'all don't know nothing about that, check that out. We'll be doing something about that. Next here we got crab crackers. You see the little crab arms on there? And these are crab crackers as well. So they come with a few extra little essentials that come already inside of it. So you can actually pull the crab meat out, get into those real tough spots. This right here, all purpose. This right here is gonna help you with all your crabbing things. This right here, we call this a hawk. This is like a crab stare, just a little bit different. This little piece right here, you add on to right there to your fishing pole and you throw it out. When it opens, the crabs come in, they eat the meat from the middle. Once you lift up on your pole, it closes and you reel the crab in. So this is called a hawk. Now technically we can't use these here in California. So check out the website and make sure these are actually legal when you use them, because it's technically a trap. So just keep an eye on that. And when you're crabbing and you have your bait, like on your lobster thing, you can put the bait at the bottom, but you also put it in one of these. This way a sea lion don't come and steal your bait. We have a lot of problem with sea lions here in San Francisco, and they love to steal our bait. So with this little tool right here, which actually has a little carabiner clip, you can attach it right onto the hoop, and it sits on the inside, makes the crabs come in, and when the sea lions come, they can't get to it, they leave it alone. Very essential. Again, with your nets, you gotta have line. This is still leader line. A lot heavier than your regular line, don't necessarily float, it will sink. Any crab snaring, you gotta have your gauges. So these are rock crab gauges, because rock crabs don't have to be as big as Dungy, but then here's your Dungy crab. Also for clams too, so very important. Got a couple of these, so we're gonna always make sure when fishing game comes, you have to have these when you're crabbing. So we got a few of them on deck. Now this is a light. This light goes onto the net, so when you're pulling it up, it actually has batteries that go into it and it makes a green light. That green light attracts a lot of your bait fish, a lot of your bait. Everything follows the bait, especially crab. So this is very good to have as your lobster that is at the bottom. Let everything come to it and attract as much as possible, so when you pull it up, you got the best chances to get you a couple keepers. Now here in San Francisco, anchovies are one of our big baits here. These are anchovies, or these are jigs made to look like anchovies. So as you can see, we have 6 different sizes in here. You got your small size to your popper size. Number 2, we have a bunker. So when you do catch you a nice halibut, nice striper, and you gotta dispatch them, if you don't do the icky jimmy, then you at least just put them out of commission. Bow! Out of commission. Bow! 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 One time. Next here, we have a little mini flashlight. it is rechargeable, and it also has a side flashlight on the side. So when you turn it, it has a good flashlight, and then on the side it has a flashlight as well. Very essential, especially when you're night fishing. This is a very cool case. Let's see what's inside. Oh, again, gotta love it. Pacific Coast Fishing. But this is called a headlamp. Okay, this is a very, very good headlamp. You can see all the different lights in there. Got about 6 different lights in there. 2, 4, 6, yes, I can count. There's a little 2 extra ones. Those will actually be for night. So this actually straps around my head, is rechargeable. Again, Pacific Coast Fishing has all of these products. Check out the website, pacificcoastfishing.us. Also right here, you can see that we have, this is basically a data cable set. Now this right here, same thing. It's a little headlamp, not as big as that one, but a little bit smaller. Let's take a look. So you got 3 lights in there, and it is rechargeable. Little piece right there. This way you can charge it. If it dies, you just charge it again and keep reusing it. No need for batteries when you just charge it. You gotta have something to listen to when you're out here. Sometimes it's good to have peace and quiet. Sometimes it's good to have a little music. Me personally, I like a little bit of jazz. Helps me think. Nothing else better than have a speaker to listen to my music on. And this right here. Shout out to my guy Bobby. Anybody that's a fisherman, if you do a lot of casting, especially over the shore, you got to get it really out there. 2 or 3 casts with just your finger, with that tight triple braid or mono, whatever you got, can really tear up your hand. So this right here is called a finger sleeve. You put this on your finger, wrap this around, ties on there. Now when you go to cast, if you throw it out, now you're not tearing up your finger. So this is great right here. I love this. I can't even wait to use this. So shout out to my guy Bobby. If you need one of these, remember, check out pacificcoastfishing.us. Now, of course, we have some fishing things here too. We got sabikis. We love to catch as many jack smelt, anchovies. That's what these sabikis are good for. Gotta have your clips. We have big clips down to your small clips. They look like paper clips, but they're not. They're just easier transparent than your actual snap swivel. So your snap swivel, you got your sliding weight. These are real big ones, so they'll take you almost any weight. So you can actually have that slide if you're riding a Carolina rig. That's what I like to rock. Right here, we have a bunch of our high-lows. So these are already done high-low. You just add the hook, add the weight, toss it out there, and you're ready to go. High-lows, ready to go. Shouts out to my guy Bobby. Now this is something I could have used a long time ago, and I'm glad I have now. This is an electric scale. So now when I catch a big shark, a big striper, or a big ray, I can actually weigh him. And it also has a ruler on it as well, so I can measure how big whatever I caught is and weigh it out. So this is very important. Remember, you can catch these out on pacificcoastfishing.us. We like to crab a lot. A lot of times when you're throwing out into the sand, your crab snare won't necessarily stay. So these are called Sputniks. These right here, you take this little piece off and they'll actually stick into the sand when you throw it out. This way it's harder for it to move just in the current. You'll have to actually pull it up and use a little muscle to get it up. These are very good, and I got almost one in almost every weight that I need. That is amazing. We also have the whole stove. Now this is a little bit different than your regular stove. It looks regular, but when you look on the side, you actually have a little compartment for propane. So you don't necessarily need the propane that goes inside. You can actually hook it up to a propane and screw it in. So haven't seen these too much, but Pacific Coast Fishing, they have them. So check them out if you need one. And now we have a custom rod holder. This goes to any piece of wood, any piece of structure that when you're fishing off a pier, when you're fishing off of almost any structure, you can tighten this down to whatever you need, and it's going to hold your pole. Now you can lay it flat, or you can just move this little piece right here, unscrew it, unscrew it. You didn't see that, but this actually will come down. Now you can put your pole in, put it right back, and it locks it into place. Yes, this is one of my pole holders for the pier. Another big thing I want to show you guys, and I'm very, very excited to show you guys, is this reel. My guy showed me a reel and then turned around and gave it to me. So this is a brand new reel, custom reel. Of course, you see it right there, Pacific Coast Fishing. But this is a reel that he hooked me up with. Oh, you see a little pattern on there. Let's keep it safe. Open it up. Here's the reel. Here's the reel, you guys. There was one last thing that Pacific Coast Fishing hooked us up with. As you can see right here, pacificcoastfishing.us, that's the website. But they also hooked us up with glasses, and things on this card will start to show up. So let's check out these glasses. Now, for you guys who don't know, I have two favorite colors. One is orange. Pittsburgh Pirates are always going to be a Pittsburgh Pirate to heart, so love the color orange, and I love neon green. So my guy hooked me up with a pair of neon green polarized glasses. Check that out, y'all. There's a card right here. On this card, you guys can't see it, but it's a guy fishing, and there's actually a fish there. You can't see it, but through these polarized glasses, I can see it. So let's see if you guys can check it out by itself. Now, if you look through, you can see the fish. That is so cool. So check that out, you guys. You see, we have a second pair, specifically for my editor. My editor got her own glasses. So cool. And my editor went out and got a pair of the blue. Matches my car, y'all. That's how you know my editor and my car go together. So pretty cool. Check out these glasses, you guys. If you guys want to get a pair of these, check out pacificcoastfishing.us. You can get you a pair. Let me take these off. My editor gonna get mad I'm wearing her glasses. But shouts out to everybody watching. Please hit that like button, subscribe. I'm about to get some sand crabs and fill up that bucket with some live bait. Y'all stay tuned.